Essay on Henry Ford by J. Kalf. Before Juliana was to kill herself that night in her suburban garage with carbon monoxide, a sickening apotheosis, she was trapped in the 5 o'clock traffic on her way to get a Brazilian wax. The highway traffic was only the loosest imitation of a cattle drive, loud strokes of thunder not attracting fear to the vehicles despite their metal conductive exteriors. The cars inched forward, the car stopped, forward and stopped with the lightest touch of the pedal. She looked at the time on her dashboard. She didn't want to miss her Mechanica Anonymous Network online meeting. When in doubt, she could take it from her car, but she was worried it might send the wrong message to the other participants. One woman thought she could become a blender and wasn't allowed in her kitchen. Likewise, one man had planned multiple excursions to the waste isolation pilot plant in New Mexico in the hopes of exposing himself to radiation to become a power plant. For now, he's had to settle with microwaves and is also not allowed in his kitchen. Juliana took another swig from the motor oil in the passenger seat. She needed the car to get her to her bank teller job. She couldn't bike over the Missouri highways and freeways. And Juliana knew it would be ridiculous to fulfill her fantasies of standing in line with the other cars, but she hoped that this waxing would lead her one step further. To be waxed was to be polished, and she had already replaced her steady diet with motor oil and heavy doses of iron. It seemed to her that she would wake up one day and finally be able to turn her nipple dials and say, "Va va vroom." Tink! Juliana had pushed down a little bit too hard on the pedal and had bumped into the car in front of her. She began to white-knuckle the wheel. The elderly driver ahead climbed out of her pristine truck to inspect the damages to the bumper. The old woman smiled and gave a thumbs up to Juliana. No harm, no foul. Juliana gave a thumbs up as well, and out of some absent thought said out loud, "Honk!" But the windows in her car were rolled up, and the old woman, with her hearing aid turned off, wouldn't have been able to hear Juliana anyways. Still, the suburbanite bank teller took this as a sign of acceptance of her external transformation. Just like dogs aren't all cars just a reflection of their owners, these rows and rows of unsaturated vehicles trapped on the highway were just people, or just like turtles in their relationship to their shells.